You're listening to News and Notes from the Wall Street Journal.
We're speaking with Wall Street Journal reporter Lauren Weber in New York about companies giving laid-off workers less help these days, and the trickle-down is that outplacement services are not what they used to be. Explain what's going on here, Lauren.
Yeah, I mean, this has been going on for a few years, where companies are cutting back on the amount of service they'll offer. And by that I mean the employers will cut back on what they're willing to pay for with the external outplacement providers. What I'm hearing from outplacement consultants and executives is that employers, they're looking to cut costs everywhere they can, and one way that they're doing it is by cutting back on the amount or the length of time of service they're offering to people who are laid off from.
So what's a typical cost for one of these companies that would lay out money for you to meet with one of these outplacement firms?
You know, let's say a typical package for a manager in the past was maybe about 6 months and might have cost a few $1,000s for the employer. There are now online services. One company doing this is called Careerminds. They're offering a package to managers that might be about $1,000. Now, you know, there's a good argument for doing more online services, and we've spoken to job seekers who really appreciated what they got from these virtual programs. You know, more and more people have access to the internet at home. I mean, just about everybody does. You don't necessarily want to get dressed and go into a central office, you know, in the middle of a city somewhere. Now you can do it from your home office. You can do it at any time of the day or night, since so many of the services are online. So there are benefits for job seekers. So, you know, there are a lot of changes going on in the industry, and it's an interesting time to be watching it. You know, this move towards more virtual and online services is interesting. I spoke to an executive who used to run Right Management, one of the big outplacement firms. He's now the chairman of Careerminds, one of the online firms. And he said, you know, when I was at Right, this is what I was afraid of. You know, the companies offering these services online for much lower price points. Now he's moved into that area, so he's putting his money where his mouth is.
You've been listening to News and Notes from the Wall Street Journal.